so let's get up, get ready. Again, I know I'm cheating, but that's okay. Now, I like to time everything, but today we're gonna focus on, again, just breaking some things down. I used to like unprofessionally dance when I was in high school, so we're gonna do something simple. We're not gonna do anything crazy, no head spins, none of that stuff, but just kind of just moving around, okay? Now, even if you don't know how to dance, it's okay. This is just to kind of keep you moving and really just getting the blood flowing, to be honest, okay? Now, what we're gonna do for like a whole minute is literally, what do they call this? An up rock? Yeah. Let me show you the steps first, all right? Now, stand square if you can. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take your left leg, you're gonna step forward, and then back. Come back, and forward. And this is just basic footwork here, all right? Muay Thai people, you guys should be really good at this. Jiu-Jitsu people, you guys have no excuse, all right? Now, the reason why I'm showing you guys this, again, is just kind of like when you see like athletes when they run around, jumping around. It's kind of the same thing, but this is just to me to kind of make it more fun, all right? And then after a while, start adding the hop. 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 And then if you're like really advanced, you can start adding the hands and whatnot. Makes it look cool and whatnot, but again, nice and slow. Try to add the hop, okay? Now, hopefully you guys got that, but we're just gonna, nice shoes, John Hamlet. Thanks, John. I knew you'd approve. Maybe when the schools opens up, we'll actually like start fighting in our wrestling shoes. That's kind of what I like doing. So, John, I miss you. One day I'm gonna show you the real dark arts, or you can teach me something, I don't know. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and time ourselves, maybe like nothing too crazy. We'll do like a minute and a half of just the movements. Again, if you can hear in my voice, I'm already out of breath. That's because I'm fat and I'm out of shape, but doing this will help you kind of get over there, okay? So let me start the clock. And then we'll get to where we need to get to, guys. All right, so we'll start minute and a half. Again, if you don't know how to really dance or like how to do any of the other stuff, that's all right. Just stay here. Stay here. If you're Coach Carlos, you can start adding the other stuff. But again, you're just moving your feet. You start adding your hands, adding your own flair. But again, nice and slow. If you don't know how to do this one, just practice going back and forth with your foot. Here. Try to stay off of your heels as much as possible. Again, just going back and forth. But again, this is mainly for just warming up the body. And the reason why I want to go over this up rock here is because I feel like Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai, or Jiu-Jitsu and breakdancing kind of go hand in hand. For those who know Allegra, she's the one that kind of inspired me to also teach this one here. Again, also loosening up your hips. You got about 30 seconds here. If you can't do this where you guys are at, no big deal. Take notes, go to your local park. Make sure you don't get your downstairs neighbors mad, because we don't want to resort to violence, because I know you guys will probably kick someone's ass. All right? This is literally how I warm up before all of my matches. That's my trick. All right? And then drop. Don't actually do that, okay? All right, so after you guys do that, you guys are cool, all right? You guys should be out of breath a little bit like me. Dang, all right. Now we get into the next part, okay? Again, this is just all movement, solo drills. You guys are on your own time. Again, take notes. If you guys can't do this, I'm in the comfort of your own living room, okay? All right, so again, we're gonna probably go back to a minute and a half. And you can always modify these workouts to however you guys like. And you know, always push yourselves. If you guys one day do these workouts and you guys can do one set or one rep each, cool. The next time you guys do them, add another set. All right, again, always challenge yourselves, especially like during this time. Like, what else do we have to do? Well, like, what other better thing do we have to do other than like better ourselves? So challenging yourselves, in my opinion, is the best way to better oneself, okay? All right, so let me just show you guys first, and then we'll go into like a minute and a half of just doing the movements here, okay? Now, let me show you guys a couple angles here. Again, this is kind of more like dancing inspired. Not that I'm a dancer, but you know, it's movements, you know, it's kind of ideal for martial arts, okay? Now, I'm gonna start off kind of in like this weird yoga position, kind of like, what is it called? The up dog, downward dog? I don't know. All right, now this is where it gets cool. And remember, we're just gonna go step and kind of come up looking up. Then you kind of want to continue with that same rotation. All right, again, if you don't have the space for this, it's okay, but you should, if I'm able to do it, in one square here, okay? Again, step, 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 step. All right, now go at your own pace because you might get yourself dizzy like me. Again, we'll do this for like a minute and a half. Again, just to move around a little bit here, okay? All right, and then if you can do them more, even better, but we'll just go nice, very slow. Try to keep your hips like as low as possible without like bending your back. And then after a while, let's say you go in one direction, switch it up, go back the other way. And then you can dictate the pace however you want. You got like 45 seconds. If you're tired, good. Think of it as a what's the word I'm looking for? A pre-endurance test before we get back to regular living. We got 20 seconds here. Keep pushing. $15 seconds. 5 seconds. Time. Damn. Your boy tired, but it's okay. Woo. Hey, Allegra, what's up, Allegra? We just did a bunch of like dance-inspired movements here, so hopefully you like it. All right, so we've done those two. Now, actual movements here, okay? Let's see. We're gonna go with just kind of involving the hips a little bit here. All right, now, if you've ever been to any of my jiu-jitsu classes, this is everyone's favorite drill, all right? Now, we're going to, what's up, Allegra? We're going to break down the movements here. Now, remember, think of it like you're going to like a seesaw type thing where you like rock back and forth, all right? So let's start off with the first one, or the first part of this, and we're just gonna rotate back and forth and kind of like crawling up or rocking back and forth. But for right now, let's just worry about the first part, okay? Who's that? What's up, Yalen? Or Cisse? It's hard to say Cisse when I see your first name. Well, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Can't wait to choke you. I mess with you. I hope you're doing well, man. All right, so again, you're rocking back and forth. And again, this is just a quick way to keep the body nice and hot, nice and warm. Here, there you go. And we'll just maybe do like 10. Let's not time this one, just because I know Friday is a time precious day for most people. So again, we'll just do like 5 more. That's 1, 2, and then make sure when you kind of come all the way up, you kind of come to the top of your spine, and then when you sit up, really sit up to the, the bottom part of your butt here. All right, one more, and then we'll get into the second part. All right, so make sure you memorize the back and forth. You can't make me do this drill in my own home. Yes, I can. Come on, Shahan, don't be weak. All right, now, once you do this one, add the second part, all right? Second part, let's do like 10, just so that we can kind of get the body warm. And again, try to keep your feet up in the air, elbows nice and tucked, and just kind of like the Russian dips. You're gonna go all the way through. All right? And then, don't just focus on moving like that, focus on literally getting your shoulders to go. Like really get it to like turn. All right? If you can't keep your feet in the air, focus on literally just turning. Turning. All right, so just turn. Now, this is where it becomes a little tricky, all right? Add them all together. But notice, when I do it, I pop up and then I turn my body and then I fall back down. And then kind of continue with that motion, all right? I'm trying to go slow. Again, for those who had like struggled with this in class, this is the opportunity for you guys to work on this on your own time because we ain't got nothing but time. All right, so let's do it, all right? So again, start off, put this motion first, and then you just add it in. Notice how I'm really turning my body all the way through, and I'm not going super fast with it. Then, if you can, go back to the camera. Since we ain't got nothing but time, guys, the goal for this year, at least for the summer, is abs. At least for you guys, I don't really care that much for it. I just want a keg. I don't even want a 6-pack. I just want one big keg right there. And this is how we're gonna do it, all right? Let's go for this 45 seconds because this one's really hard and I want you guys to really practice this on your own time, all right? So nice and easy. And again, I'm not going fast, I'm going really slow so that way you guys are taking notes as to what I'm doing. And I'm not doing much. Nice and slow. "15 seconds here. That one sucked for me, guys. All right. Nah, so you say you don't hate this one, you love this one. This is everyone's favorite drill. I don't know what you guys are talking about, all right? So, we got maybe like 2 more. And again, this is just to kind of get some movement going here, okay? Now, again, if you don't have the space to do any of this stuff, take notes. If you have any questions about it, write them in the comments, and then hopefully I get back to you guys about it. All right, now, again, we're basically focusing on just solo movement and just overall just working around stuff, all right? So now, since we're on the ground, okay, when wait, what does that say? Fun fact, first time I learned this was in 2015. That's good, see? But that's because you put that time in, you know what I'm saying, Evelyn? So kudos to you. You're probably I don't even know what to call these, but you're the master of that, all right? So that's good. Be like Evelyn, everyone. All right? So now we're gonna focus on, again, just overall movement. So now, sit down, I'm gonna roll backwards, and then this time I want to kind of just add like 3 or 4 movements in one, all right? So let me show it to you, and then I'll break it down, and then yeah, so forth. What's up, Pete? Pete Sanchez. That's my guy. All right, so now, again, nice and tight. Remember, team no pain, as Coach Lewis says. Head to one side, feet go to the opposite shoulder. All right, so my head, in my case, is going to my right. My feet are gonna go over my left shoulder, okay? So, okay, here, kick. And then instead of coming up to our knees, we're just gonna belly all the way down, but this time we're gonna come up and add some type of like hip movements here, all right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my right leg and I'm gonna like shift to my right hip while I'm like threading my right leg through. And then I'm gonna use this foot to kind of shrimp forward. Then I sit back up, all right? Again, this is like 4 or 5 movements in one thing. I'm just giving you a random number. I don't know if that's true or not. All right, side shrimping, kind of, you could say that. All right, now let's go to the opposite side. Again, do them at your own pace. And if you can't do them in your living room, just write notes so that way you can find a place to do them and then you have something to do. All right, so again, nice and tight. I wanna go to my opposite side now. So my head goes to my right, or my left shoulder, my feet go over my right shoulder here. All right, again, kick, belly all the way down, but this time I take my left foot, I weave it through. Again, I'm keeping nice and tight, and I'm gonna use this foot to lift my hips up and forward shrimp a little bit. So lift up, forward shrimp. Then I come back up, do the opposite thing again, okay? One more time. Let's do it like, we'll count that as 1 rep. We're gonna do 5 reps, so 1 on each side is 1 rep. Or however you guys wanna do it. I'm no dictator. You guys do them at your own pace, okay? That's how I'm doing them now though. So that way I'm not wasting you guys' time, and then you guys are also getting some type of notes in somehow, some way. Or if you're doing them with me, even better, okay? So again, going to the opposite side, kick, flatten out, weave, forward shrimp. Other side. Come back up. You might travel a little bit, but you know, do them according to your own space here, okay? One more time. We'll say that's 4. We'll do 1 more, okay? All right, cool. Now, this one's a little bit more time consuming, but it's also just gonna get you focused on just overall movement here, okay? All right, we got time for maybe a couple more. We'll do like 1 more. Ooh, good combo. Thank you, Allegra. I always feel good when Allegra gives me a compliment. I don't know why. So thank you. All right. So now that we've done it this way, let's add 1 more. All right. Now we're just gonna do it from a basic shrimp. However, we're gonna add the belly down and then kind of coming back up a little bit. All right. Again, let me just show it to you guys, and then I'll break it down. All right. So let's start off with the basic shrimp first. Let me teach you guys that first, all right? So start off, again, on our backs. I like to kind of be active with everything, so if your feet are like this is good. If they're like that, you're just being lazy and being a dead body. Don't be a dead body, all right? At least not right now, okay? So again, I'm keeping everything nice and tight. A good thing is to start building good habits now. So elbows tucked in, hands kind of close to your chest. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna lift my hips up, all the way up, okay? Now, after this, commit to one side. I'm gonna commit to my right shoulder because you guys are on my right side. And then I want you guys to focus on just overall folding in half. All right, so I lift up, I turn to my shoulder, but notice how my hips are kind of stacked. This is perfect. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna throw your hips back, and then you're gonna throw your head down, but think of it like you're trying to get your hips to your shoulders. All right, now try not to like shrimp all the way out. Again, space is kind of like a thing, so make sure that you know you're doing them accordingly. If you don't have the space, you can also do them in place, and they come right back. All right, that's the only extra step that you guys have to take. All right, and that's the first part. So again, I lift up, I turn to my shoulder, I stack my hips, and then I fold and I come back up, and I keep everything nice and tight. All right. That's the first part. Second part is the belly down. So you do the exact same thing. You lift up, turn, fold, but then you drop your hips. And then just like how we weaved the first part, where we weaved it forward, weave it backwards. So bottom leg, whatever your bottom leg is, my bottom leg is my right leg. I want to kick this leg straight down and I want to kind of face towards the mat. Kick this through, all right? Now, I just bring my legs back up and I'm like face down. And then all I'm gonna do is, for right now, let's keep it basic so that way we can kind of build on this. If you're taking notes, we're gonna build on this next week, all right? But if you're not taking notes, it's all right. I still love you guys a little bit, and I'm just playing. All right, but again, your belly down now. Then you're just gonna come right back to your legs, and then kind of like, I don't know what they call this in Jiu-Jitsu, but in wrestling they call it a bottom position, I don't know. Then you're here. Then you do the exact same thing where you kind of weave through. Remember that little drill that we were doing earlier? For those who were at the beginning, same thing. You lift up, slide through, scoot up if you don't have the space, but then you come right back to your shrimp position, okay? Again, this is just adding a bunch of combos here, okay? So we have to make working out fun right now because it's not fun, let's be realistic. But we have to kind of keep it entertaining for us. There's a lot of things that I'm doing on my own time that I'm literally doing because I'm just pure bored, all right? I feel like I'm doing jailhouse workouts with weights and stuff, so we can go over that some other time, okay? Referee's position, thank you, Cisse, that's what it was called. I'm a terrible representation of a wrestler, so wrestler's position. All right, so now let's go back and then add the whole thing together, okay? So again, you're on your butt, you lift your hips up. Someone's thinking about me, stop it. I'm trying to teach a class, all right? Lift up, turn over to your side, again, you stack your hips up, you shrimp, and then you weave through. Remember, bottom leg is weaving through and you're facing down. And you come back up, referee's position, sit up, and then come right back up, okay? Try to do this, if you're doing it on your right side, try to come up through your right side. If you do this on your left side, try to come up through your left side. All right, this is what that's gonna look like. We're just gonna do like, again, Fridays are precious time days, or at least that's kind of what I think. So we're gonna keep everything nice and tight. All right, let's do 2 on each side, but you know, we'll count that as 1 rep. So again, from here, shrimp, weave, sit, and then remember, I came up to my right, so I'm gonna go through my right. Sliding right back through. Then we go to my left. Here, all right. Now the idea is to make sure you're like super tight and like not loose with your movements here. Or at least this is like good practice to start doing now, okay? One more time, here. All right, one more on this side and then we'll get to the next one here, okay? Bam. All right. If you guys are doing them with me, that's good because I'm sweating, so I'm hoping you guys are sweating, but I'm also cheating because I like to keep the heat on when we're training. Yes, I'm crazy, but that's all right. It's not for you guys' comfort, it's for your training, all right? I'm a firm believer of that, and I 100% am going to believe that to the day I die, all right? All right, so we'll do one more, and then, again, this is just to kind of get you nice and hot. So if you guys have ever been to my class, I've always been saying abs 2020. Well, I've been doing this a long time. I've never had abs, but I like to give hope for you guys because, you know, you guys are probably better in shape than I am anyways, but I will still fight all of you guys. All right. So that's the first one, right? So now we're gonna add a little bit of like the triangle drills and then bellying down, sitting back up. Again, this is just a way to entertain yourself because of the boredom that we're in right now, all right? So you really have to kind of focus on that. So again, this is for your training, not for your comfort or your entertainment, all right? So again, we're gonna start off going back up, and then for right now, if you don't know what to do with your feet while they're in the air like this, that's all right. Just try to kick them up as high as you can into the ceiling. But the main thing that I want you to focus on is keeping your hips or your butt in the air. All right? Again, this is like 2 parts, so we're gonna break it down first. Again, lift up, kick my feet up, and then I come back down. Make sure that you don't let your hips flop. You wanna control your hips the entire time. All right, so again, kick up, down. We'll do like 10 because I do this kind of quick. But again, you guys should be taking notes. You guys should be really working out on your own. As Coach Lewis says, don't rely on motivation. You just gotta get up and do it. All right? 4 more. 3, 1 more. 4. All right, now, that's the first part. Second part is kind of like the belly down, but again, we're gonna modify a bunch of things here. All right, so we're gonna come up, kick our feet up in the air. If you're kind of advanced and used to this, you can start adding your triangles, however you guys want, all right? But then once our hips are up in the air, I want my knees to fall above my head, and then I want to kind of come to my knees a little bit, right? To my knees a little bit. All right? And then you start adding your sit-outs. For those who wrestled, again, sit-outs. Not the cleanest sit-out in the world, but you guys get the gist, all right? One more time. Again, lift up, fall, slide through. Now, when you do this, again, is a good time to focus on like form and just overall keeping everything tight. All right, this is good for just in general practice, you know. So again, here, add the triangle, come here, slide through, go the opposite side this time maybe, except I went to my same side, but that's all right. And the idea is to, again, be super tight, all right? Let's do 2 more on each side, and then I think that'll be it for the day. All right? Here, lock it up, feet to the mat, step through, slide through. Try to keep your hips low. Up, lock it up, down, slide through. All right? Woo! Do them at your own time, at your own pace. And again, this is just a way to kind of keep your workouts entertaining, because right now we're all hella bored, but that's all right. All right. If you guys enjoyed the video, I'm not gonna say like and subscribe because I'm not that type of guy, but do or don't. If you do have questions though, like feel free to ask about anything. If there's something that you'd like to see during this time, let me know. All right. Let's do 2 more on each side. Me, stay sitting. Coach Tracy, I love you. Miss all you guys. But yeah, if you guys have questions or anything of that nature, feel free to please ask. Again, it'll give me stuff to do during this time, especially with you guys. Yeah, and if you guys aren't doing anything later tonight at 6 o'clock, we'll be going over street fights. This is a fun topic for me because this is literally, as a high school kid, the best way to kind of get some exposure to martial arts. So we're gonna be going over a bunch of like street fights, and I promise you we're not gonna go over anything cringeworthy. I like technical fights, technical street fights that does exist, all right? So if you guys aren't doing anything, 6 o'clock tonight, we might be going over my cousin, Jorge Masvidal videos. That's not true. And then, yeah, thank you guys so much. Let me see. Can you show us correct bridging, please? How far your hips go up? Whoa, maybe at the next one. Again, if you have any questions or any of that nature, feel free to either comment on this video. I will be checking it later throughout the day. And then, yeah, just make sure you just leave your questions, and I'll try my best to get back to them, all right? Thank you guys again for the community, for being a part of the community, for allowing me to do what I like to do every day. I would not be here without you guys, so thank you guys so much. This quarantine is making me have a total appreciation of like the little things that I took for granted. So thank you guys so much.